Is Mohan Ram in start? Mohan Ram? Mohan
Yes,
Ram,
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Hi, guys. Good evening to all present here. So this is Mohan Ram, and for today's content, Rajesh is going to take the Arduino program for you, a hands-on program. And before going into the program, thanks for all coordinators and faculties who given this golden opportunity for us to take this content and make this bootcamp possible to everyone. Once again, thank you all, and a warm welcome to here, one and all present here. So now I hand over the session to Rajesh. And if you have guys any queries, kindly ask me in the chat box or Rajesh in the chat box. We will try to clear your doubts immediately. So I'm handing the session to Rajesh. We take over.
Yeah, thank you, Mohan Ram. Good evening, guys. After a long time, we are meeting again. And this is Rajesh. I am going to take you about the Arduino programming. Arduino is a base for programming projects like robotics. You can use Arduino everywhere nowadays. Every schools and college boys, even 6th standard student is learning Arduino for their project orientations. So it is better to learn with Python because Python is a object-oriented language and easy to programming. Arduino is basically a prototype which can be programmed by C++ language. But in today's class, we are going to see about how to program Arduino with Python because Python is most easiest language than C++. We can use less than space also. So the processing speed will also increase so that we can see now. Ma'am, can I share my screen, ma'am?
Yeah, yes, Mohan.
Somebody?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Rajesh, ma'am. Actually, another one person is already sharing.
Yes, ma. Okay, just a minute, ma. Just a minute.
Yeah, okay, ma'am.
Okay, Rajesh, you can proceed.
Yeah. Yeah, let's move to the basics programs of Arduino. Did anybody having already an idea about Arduino? Any responses? If you don't, if you know little bit also, you can share with us. Any idea about Arduino? What is an Arduino? For what purpose we are using it? Anything from you guys? Yeah, okay. That's not a problem. We can move on and I will tell you. Yeah. Arduino is a normal prototype board which you can use to program. As I already said to you, you can make a hands-on projects using Arduino with any kind of programming language. It is not like a system oriented like that. Arduino, we are having Raspberry Pi, many other prototype boards. If you consider Raspberry Pi, it is a miniature computer. It can it having RAM, ROM, everything related to computer. You can do many projects with the Raspberry Pi. Other than Raspberry Pi, cheapest product is known as Arduino. Arduino is publishing many kinds of boards. You can see it, right? These are the some few boards of Arduino. Arduino is having hundreds of boards for different purposes. Most generally, we are using Arduino UNO for programming basic level of projects. Arduino Nano is used for programming nano sized project. That means if you need to construct a spy bug or anything, you can use Arduino Nano or Arduino Mini. Like that, Arduino Mega is also available. Arduino Lilypad is majorly used for light related programming, LED related programming. So that Arduino is everywhere. But we need to know about how to program Arduino more efficiently than other one. Okay, these are the different kinds of Arduino boards. Yeah, to the next page. Yeah, what is Arduino? Actually, I asked previously this question alone. Let us move to the next slide. Arduino is a prototype platform, open source based. The major theme in Arduino is it is an open source, so that everybody can use it and it is more profitable too. An Arduino board cost up to 320 rupees or 500 rupees. It is a very minimum cost. So that you can make a very big project using Arduino. That simple board. Okay, it is an open source based on easy to use hardware and software. Hardware is also a free minimum cost only. The software is absolutely free, so that it more convenient to use Arduino. It consists of a circuit board which can be programmed. I will show you the board. Wait a minute. I hope you can see my face. This is the Arduino board. My background is issuing, right? While I'm keeping like this. Morgan, is it visible?
No, no, no. Just you move your back.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, guys. I will remove my background. I will show to you. As I said previously, uh, this is the Arduino board. Okay. This one is the Arduino UNO. Sorry. Yeah. Wait a minute. Yeah. That one is the Arduino board. I will show you later. And it is referred to a microcontroller. That means it is a tiny object which controls every sensors and output objects. You can do many projects using Arduino, so that it's a microcontroller. And ready-made software called Arduino IDE. You can also install it from Arduino.com, so that you can program your Arduino board using this software, integrated development environment. That IDE, full form of IDE is integrated development environment, so that I elaborated, which is used to write and upload the computer code to a physical board. That IDE, which is used to write the Python code, and you can upload it to the Arduino board, so that by using a serial port, you know about serial port, I think so. It is simply like an USB cable connected to the Arduino. Every program when you write it, it will feed back to the Arduino board to its format. And the key features of Arduino: the boards are available to read analog and digital input signal from different sensors and turn it into an output, such as activating a motor, turning LED on or off, connecting to the cloud, and many other actions. Arduino board, with a Python, you can do something related to software. But when you relate the Python with the this kind of boards, that means a microcontroller, you can read the current value getting from some other lights or street lights. You can control anything. You can receive some analog inputs or digital inputs from the different kinds of futures, and you can turn it as an output also. For example, I can read my voice using a small microphone, and I can store it to my Arduino, and I can play it again and again also. It is not depends upon computer. When you run your Python code, it definitely need a computer. A computer costs so much, but when you have an Arduino board with yourself, it costs only 500, or maximum it ranges up to 1000 rupees, so that you can carry anywhere. You can run your code again and again without any use of computer, so that Arduino is more efficient to convert input signal to output signal. There is two kinds of input signal. One is analog and another one is digital. As everybody knows that digital contains of 0 and 1 bytes. One represent the high value. That means let us consider as 5 volt, because the Arduino mostly operate at 5 volt, and the 0 consider as ground one. Okay. The analog input varies from not only 0 and 1, in between of those values. For example, if you have any values, if the higher value is 255, means let us assign a value. The analog signal can vary up to 0 to 255. That means it can be 10, 20, it can be anything. That is referred as analog input, and digital input as well as and output, such as activating motor. You can use a Arduino as a line follower robot. Can anyone here? I think so. Line follower robots are nowadays more frequently used robots. Nowadays, many hotels are used to use the robots to serve the foods. In that one, that case, they will use definitely not a computer. They will use microcontrollers and microprocessors for creating a robot. For that one, motor robot contains motors, right? That is called to be a serial communication motors. It is also used to activate a motor, turning LED on and off, connecting the cloud, and many other actions. Okay. You can control your board functions by sending a set of instruction to the microcontroller on the board via Arduino IDE. That one is already, I have said it. When you program something on Arduino IDE, it contains a code, but Arduino microcontroller reads in different format. So so that the Arduino IDE the convert the code into a program in which the Arduino can understand. Okay, and it will send to a serial port, send via serial port to the Arduino, so that the Arduino is programmed. Now you can remove your computers from the Arduino. Even when you removed it, it can work. It can further action. That is the special of these microcontrollers. Okay, and this is the Arduino. Now I'm showing you the parts of Arduino. Yeah, this one is the Arduino UNO. You can see here the UNO symbol. Okay, can everyone here see my cursor? Anyone can respond?
Yes, ma. Yes, you proceed.
Yeah, okay. This is one represent the Arduino UNO. Here you can see the reset switch. These are the parts of Arduino UNO. Okay. This is the power board. Every microcontroller needs a power jacket, right? Because even our computer use some charging cables to charge itself. Like that, the Arduino contains this power port. And whenever the power exceeds, your laptop contains a small box in the charger. Means it needs to regulate some voltage. If the voltage exceeds, means your battery get lost, or if the voltage is low, means that also be a malfunction one. So it need to regulate some powers, right? So that they are using the voltage regulator here. It regulates the power input to the Arduino. And this is the microcontroller. This is the major component in the Arduino board. Mostly they use Atmega 384 for this. I am telling that name. If you can't understand, means that is not at all a problem. We are simply going to face some programs using Arduino, not this kinds of parts of Arduino. And this is the crystal oscillator. This is nothing but it needs some time, because whenever you program, we can use some delay functions or some time related functions, right? For that you need a clock. That clock function is performed by this crystal. It oscillates at certain frequency so that you can calculate the time. How many seconds it's going to be, 1 second or 2 seconds. By use of this crystal oscillator, we can judge the time, so that the Arduino board can also understand. Then TX and RS lights. This is the transmitter and receivers indicators, which you can see when you upload or download any code, and when the code is running, it will blink. Okay, it is the USB interface chip, and this will be the USB connector. When you connect the Arduino with your laptop, you need to connect it with this jack only, so that this is the USB interface chip. This chip and identifies the computer connected to the Arduino, and receives the serial signal input. And this one will be the reset pin, reset switch. Once you press it, the programs will close and runs one another time. Okay, these all the pins of Arduinos. It contains 13 pins, right? And this one, there is a 5 analog input pins. You can use these pins also as an input, but this also you can use as input. That is not a problem. You can see some marks here, right? I'm annotating here. Wait a minute. Yeah, you can see these three. In before three, there is a one straight mark, right? That means an analog pin. This is one. Analog pin only reads the analog values. All other will not reach the analog value. And 3 is the analog pin, 5 is the analog pin, 6 analog pin, and 9, 10, 11 are analog pin. Other than there is no marks, right? That at all digital pins. Okay, and here this is all are analog pins. That A represent that analog. Okay, and this is the V in. You can power the Arduino by use of this pin also. This is G and D. That means the ground, that is negative. There are 2 pins for ground, and this one will be 5 volt, and this one will be 3.3 volt. Okay, these are all the parts of Arduino. Now we can move on to the next one. Yeah, before you are entering to program an Arduino, you are having some prerequisites. For that, you need to have a Python ideally, which you can program Arduino. And another one is the Arduino IDE. Arduino IDE, I will guide you how to install that Arduino IDE. And third one is PyFirmata. It is a library which is inbuilt in Arduino IDE platform, so that you can simply upload to Arduino, and you started coding using Python. Okay, let us proceed to the installation of Arduino IDE. For that, you need to go to your Chrome browser or any other browser you wish. Okay, uh, search for arduino.com. I'm simply typing as an Arduino IDE. At first, it is showing that www.arduino.cc. While I'm entering to it, yeah, you can see here. This is the downloads of Arduino. Here, here you can find the Arduino IDE 1.8.19. This is the latest version of Arduino IDE. You can use these options to download the Arduino IDE. Otherwise, you need here you can download it. It is not at all a problem. It is a free open source only. Wait a minute. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm clicking Windows 7 or newer. If you are having any other means, it is not a problem. You simply just click just download, or there is no need to contribute and download. You when you click the just download button, it is automatically going to start downloading. Here you can see the setup file. Everyone knows that how to set up an applications in your laptop. When the setup file completion, you can simply open the Arduino IDE so that your Arduino IDE will install on your computer. And the icon of the Arduino IDE is wait a minute. Not having it as an icon. Okay. I'm going to search bar of my computer, and when I type Arduino, it shows like this, right? This is the Arduino IDE I installed already, so that it is showing for me. And this one, the Arduino IDE, while I'm opening it, it starts to open. Yeah. This is the Arduino IDE. Right. Yeah, sorry for the disturbance, guys. Yeah, you can while you opening the Arduino IDE, you can simply see this type of setup. Here, the void setup. This contains two loops. Okay, basics of Arduino. Void setup and void loop. Void setup is the functions used to set up a file. That means if you are connecting a LED or any input signal to one pin, means you can define that here. That means it is a one-time statement. While you enter some comments into the void loop, means it will runs further and further until you get stop. Okay, that is the difference between Arduino IDE and Arduino. So void setup and void loop. This one is the Arduino IDE. Here you can open a file by using new file, open file, anything. Arduino IDE has an examples of several examples. So you can search it inside the IDE itself. There are basic some functions. Blink, that means when you connect an LED, it starts to blink using Arduino. And bare minimum fade represents that LED starts to fade at some time. And these are all digital programs. These are analog programs. And why we are going to program Arduino using Python, right? So that we are going to going to Firmata. While that you are going, then you need to go to standard Firmata. While you open like this, you can get something like this. This is the pre-programmed in the Arduino IDE. While you opened it, you simply click for tools. These are you need to represent which type of board you are using in Arduino. For example, if you are using UNO, means you need to click the UNO. These all the boards are Arduino boards. You can see it, right? Arduino UNO Mini, Arduino Industrial 010, Arduino Pro or Pro Mini, Lilypad. These at all, everything is Arduino board. I am using Arduino UNO, so that I am defining as Arduino UNO. Then I need to click the tools and I need to specify the port name. While you connect it, it is automatically showed as port COM3. In Windows, it will shows like this. In Apple, it will shows in different format. I am selecting COM3 for uploading my program. Then I need to, if you need to verify it, you simply click this tick symbol, or you need to upload it, means you simply click the arrow symbol. So that it is compiling the sketch now. You can see the progress here. While the compiling get completed, it starts to upload the sketch. Let's wait for some time. Meanwhile, the Arduino which I'm connected to my laptop is getting uploading, so that it representing that uploading. The sketch uses 13,186 bytes, 40% of the program storage space. Yeah, that's fine. Now it's done uploading. That means we uploaded the standard firmata, so that now we enter to the next session. We have completed the installation of IDE. If you have any queries, means you can also chat with us, so that we can clear your doubts. Yeah. I'm going to the PPT now. Yeah. Now I'm going to show about current value measurement using Python. This one is the ideally program. I uploaded a library called Firmata, right? So that I need to import some packages in ideally, which is known as PyFirmata, so that I can communicate with Arduino, and I need to import some time for my programming. Board, I am representing a variable and pyfirmata.arduino com3, so that gets connected to the Arduino until irritated the board starts, and this line analog input is equal to board dot get pin of a0i. It represent a0i means it also Python program which you already learned previously up to these classes. Okay. Here the input is board dot get pin of a0 dot I. This a0 represents the a0 pin of Arduino. Here you can see it. This a0, right? This one you can see the a0 pin. Can everyone see this? This a0 pin, it represents the input pin, and I represent the input. Okay. While true, while the Arduino board is connected, analog value is equal to analog input read. That means it gets read from the A0 pin and print the analog value in the IDLE. And time sleep, you need to give a sleep time, so that the program didn't collapse with each other. I am simply copying this program, and now I'm opening IDLE. Yeah, I am opening a new file. Oh, sorry. I'm opening a new file. Sorry. Yeah. Here you can see the new file. I'm pasting my code here, and I'm going to run this. While I'm running, the source must to be saved, so that I'm saving this Arduino, for example. Arduino. Okay, I'm saving this file. Printable character. The copy and paste of this Arduino get collapsed. I think so. Wait a minute. Here some indentation errors occurs while you copy paste some codes. You can see it, right? I'm pressing the backspace again and again, so that the indentation errors disappears. Yeah, again it's printing some indentation error. Okay, I will share you the codes after this session. You can simply copy paste to your ideally, so that you can operate with this. Wait a minute. Again it's printing. Okay, I will share you later. Because of this copy pasting programs, it gets confused. I'm trying, if I'm having already in is wait for 2 minutes, I will show you. Desktop. This one is the same program which I have already run through my laptop. While you running this, there is no error, right? This one is the program. Here you can see some values, right? This all printed by the Arduino. Here some values of current is printing by using some. I'm using the Arduino here itself. Wait a minute, I will show you. Can everyone see me? The background is so disturbing, right? This one is the Arduino, and here you can see that this is the A0 pin. Okay. While I am giving any input to the A0 pin, you can notice some values changes in that pin. You can see it, right? At the sidewise, I am sharing my screen also. You can see some values are ranges between 4,000, 5,000, even 1,200 because of these various analog input pins. Okay. Now I am closing this program. This is the basic program for identify any type of voltage input signals to the Arduino. By itself only they are using several monitoring system. That means motor monitoring or current monitoring, anything you can done with this. Okay, I am closing the program now. Yeah, sorry for the interruption. Okay, and next we are going to blink an LED using a Python. Uh, with a simple Python code, we can't do some this kind of projects. We can't. You are seeing different kinds of lights which you can blink. You can operate at a different format. With an help of an Arduino, you can blink an LED by using Python. Okay. Now we are going to see that program. Wait a minute. Yeah. Sorry, I am interrupting again and again. This is the LED blink using Python, and here you can see the ideally program. The standard Firmata file is used for anywhere. You can program Arduino using Python. Here, I'm importing the PyFirmata file again so that I can get Arduino board communication, and I'm importing time. Okay, when board is equal to pyformata.arduino.com3 because it needs to send some serial outputs there, or it needs to get some serial inputs there, so that I am defining the comport as 3. You can see it, you can refer it using Arduino also. By clicking these tools, you can see the port as com3, right? So that I need to give com3. If it is an another port means I need to change it. Okay, while true, board.digital 13, that 13 represent the another pin. You can see the board here. Wait a minute. Yeah, this pin is the 13th pin. This is the digital pin. Okay, and it is also referred to the LED bulb. Built-in means already built inside the LED. This one is the LED which is connected already previously connected to the 13th pin. While you upload the code, it automatically starts to blink. Okay. Uh, it represents the board.digital. 13 one is the digital pin, so that we are represent digital dot write one. Digital means we are containing only two binaries, that is 0 and 1. 1 means it is high value, so that it represents some initially it is in on state, that means one value, and we are using time dot sleep of 1, that means we are giving some delays. For example, I am owning the LED and I am keeping it for 1 second, and then we are turn off again, we are turn offing the LED, that means we are giving 0, that means it turns off for 1 second. Then the loop again continue. That means when you turn off, after 1 second it turn on. After it turns off. The process will continue again and again. This is the program for LED blinker for Let us check where I having this program. Mm. This one is the analog input. program, but it shows indentation error for the same programs. Hyphenmatic in the message box. Okay, guys, I will show this program afterwards because I'm not previously added this one to my computer. I don't know the folder location, so that I will open it again. Now we are this one is the basic program. Okay, everyone can understand this because you have learned the looping concepts week before. It is very familiar for you, I think so. Hope. While loop, here we are using only while loop. While you all know that while loop continues to an extent while true. Simply and one means it is a non-state, as I previously said. Okay. Now we are in the last program of the Arduino session. That is the sensors and Pythons. Okay. Uh, Simply while you code with a Python, you can't manage these sensors at all. You are simply use some statement to get some values, and you can gives an output. But we are having different physical atmosphere. We are having different pressures, temperatures, humidity, light, sound, temperature, anything. We can see it. By these, many of them are making projects related to this. Some similar projects I am telling to you. While a child get lost, it automatically transmits the locations to the parents. That means you are using GPS, right? For GPS at all, you can use this Arduino. For GPS, for using monitoring system, for water monitoring, for acid monitoring, for river water. What I can say, the river are continuously damaged. It contains some plastic plastic waste or anything. It gets as days gone, it gets more and more damage, so that we can monitor the amount of pH by use of this Arduino and sensors and Python too. Okay, this is the use of Arduino using sensors. There is a plenty of applications, not at all. And Arduino contains more than 250 sensors for monitoring the physical environment. So if you can imagine it, while your house, you accidentally turn on your LPG gas and you forgot to turn off it. It is a very dangerous situation. You can simply monitor using Arduino by use of Python. That is somewhat sweet, right? We are having a separate sensor for LPG detection, LPG gas sensor. Let us show you. Yeah, here you can see it, right? These are all the gas sensors of Arduino. There are plenty of sensors, guys, so that it is so good to take it. Okay, here we are going to wait a minute. Yeah, here we are going to get an input from the user. That means it is not an programmable input, it is an electrical input. Okay, for that we are using a digital input, digital dot input. Okay, otherwise we are using output here. Digital input is board dot get pin D8. I represent the input, and we are getting input from D8 pin. Okay, LED is equal to D13. That means already we have used in this program, that is the digital write 13. The same using here the pin. Okay, simply I am explaining using the Python ideally. Yeah, this one is the program. For that, we are using a importing PyFirmata, and we are importing time for managing time statements, and we are importing tkinter for a purpose. I will show you. And from tkinter, we are importing the message box. Tkinter concepts also you already know learned in this bootcamp, and we need to create a root window. These are all the basics of tkinter, so that we are creating a root window here. And the board is equal to pyfirmata.arduino of comp3. I am connecting as a comp3 so that I am representing it. I am stating I am creating a variable it is equal to pyfirmata dot util dot irritator of board. We are need to get some values, so that we are using this statement. and we are starting the command. Okay, this statement used to get the digital input value from the Arduino, so that we are using board dot get pin of. Okay, this means that in board we are getting the pin D8. This represent D8 as input. The I represent input. Okay, the LED. Okay, LED also some pins in board, so that we are using board dot get input D13. O means output, I means input, O means output. So we are representing two variables. One is a digital input and another one is a output, that is an LED, which is D13. Okay. While we are entering to the looping statement. While true, SW, we are assigning a variable here, digital input it. Okay, now we are reading the digital input, whether it can be 0 or 1. 1 means it is having some input, 0 means it's not having some input. Okay, these are all we can use at street light system, because we are using a sensor called in LDR. In that LDR, it is very sensitive to light. Okay, whenever it is in morning time, it absorbs light from sun, so that it couldn't turn on the LED. Whenever at the night time, it couldn't receive any kind of light, so that it immediately turn off LED, so that for itself we can use this. Okay, while true, we are digital input read, we are reading the input whether is 0 or 1. And if input is true, that means input is 1. LED dot write of 1, that means you need to write the LED statement as 1, because that your input is true, right? Okay, that, and the message box dot show info notification button was pressed, that means uh, the button was pressed indicates that you are having some input. It may be a button, or maybe a sensor, maybe an LDR, anything it was. And root dot update, that means your root window needs to update, and LED write at 0 for sometimes, and it again is run at another command as time sleep of 0 comma 1. That means it needs some time, right? So that it represents. Okay, now I'm running this program. Yeah, now I'm getting no errors here. I need to give input at which pin? D8. Okay, D8. I need to check it where it was. Yeah. My Arduino is loosely connected to the port. Wait a minute, guys. Yeah, I think so. It is loosely connected, so that it can't read its input. Okay, this is the basic concepts actually. You can see the Arduino here. Wait a minute. Okay, guys, this is the actual program. While you connecting this D13 to the uh, D13 to the positive supply, it turns on. While you are connecting D13 to the negative supply, it turns off. Okay, this is the basic program. While you connecting it, it shows a message box using tkinter. Okay, the button was pressed, so that a notification arises. In that notification, you can see that button was pressed, so that only we can using this command message box does show info. While it deactivated, the notification disappeared. This is the basic program. Now it's runs with 0 error. While it contains some input, it notification pop up here using tkinter. You already seen tkinter, right? That at all. Okay, guys. If you have any queries related to this installation or any other program using Arduino, or anything related to Arduino, or anything related to Python, also you can ask. No. Initially, I am getting so many responses. Now you guys are not even responding. What happened to you all? If you have any queries, you can ask. Okay, if you don't have any queries means let us move on some uh different type of question. Today we are don't need to ask any type of question related question. Let us convey with some Google images. Okay, these all are the sensors of Arduino. Did anyone know about this sensor? First one. Definitely, I am surely telling you that you at least watch this sensor one time in your lifetime. Compulsory, I am saying that. This one. Anyone knows the which sensor this belongs to? Yeah, by Kiruba Arti. It is an ultrasonic sensor. Yeah, super. This one, I think so. This is the somewhat interesting quiz thing. Ma'am, we are having time or not, ma'am? Okay, I think so. Ma'am is facing in network.
Yeah, Rajesh. 1 minute.
Yeah,
1 minute.
yeah, okay, ma'am, okay, ma'am, no issue.
Your time is there.
Yeah, okay, ma'am. And I already said that this one is the gas sensor, which you can measure various type of gas using Arduino. And this one, anybody knows it? This is like a soccer ball, right? We can test soccer ball thing is that. Anybody? Yeah. Okay, let me tell that. This is the PIR sensor. PIR sensor means while any some cameras contains an advantage. That means that if any objects moves here and there means it starts to recording. Otherwise, it won't record anything. That contains this sensor only. Whenever some human body or some animals that is moving, it starts to activate. Okay, this is the sensor, and these are not. I am going to tell that this is not a very much useful sensor, so that I am not even telling. Okay, this is the microphone. Can you judge this sensor? What kind of sensor it is? Microphone means everyone knows it, right? Any other responses? It contains microphone simply. The sensors contains. Yeah, that is a microphone contains voice module sensors. You can recognize voice using this sensor. And this one is the laser diode. That means it can produce some laser lights using this. A laser light contains a plenty of applications, guys. You can transmit data over kilometers, not even kilometers. You can use lasers as weapons or anything. You can do it with that. For our Arduino purpose, it is a mini one, right? So we can use it for communications, laser type communications. And this one is the IR sensor. That means that if any fire causes means it immediately sense using IR. These are all sensors you can attach with Arduino. Arduino not only having this sensor, I am showing the minimal amount of sensors. And this is the transmitter and receiver circuits. That means that in our childhood we played with a remote control car, right? It goes forward and sideways anywhere. That card is this module only. One is in remote and another one is in card. uh, while you transmitting a data, it will transmit it using RF mode. Okay, this one is the LDR. As I already said, this one is the light sensor. Here you can see it. Yeah, this is the oscillometer, I think so. Here you can measure the tilt of the objects. This is the IR sensor. Here I am again representing this because it can sense you why you place this at an y-axis. I'm simply saying that if you place this as x-axis or y-axis, imagine an one-dimensional space. While someone cuts that one-dimensional space means it immediately alarms the burglar. Okay, that one is used for. And this is all I am not going to tell you. This is somewhat wait a minute, guys. Yeah, guys, this one is the proximity sensor. While any you simply say it as a rainwater detector. You can place this on the rooftop of your building. While any rainwater clicks it, it automatically starts to pick off your clothes, which is already kept for drying. And this is the soil monitoring sensor, which you can measure the water content in soil. This is majorly used for farmer applications sensors. Okay, these are all the Arduino sensor. Here you can see multi sensor. Sensors are major. Here, these are all are Arduino sensors. Here you can see it right. There are plenty of sensors for Arduino. If you have any queries, you can ask me now, guys, or we can wind up the session. Before that, Pooja is going to share you the feedback form of this session. You kindly fill it out. Pooja, are you there, Pooja?
Yes, Rajesh, I'll share.
Yeah, okay, Pooja. If you have any queries, means you can ask it through chat or you can unmute also. You can fill your feedback form, guys, so that we get to know.
Is charge put on Pantia? Huh?
Pooja, kindly mute yourself, Pooja. The intrinsic thing about this ultrasonic sensor is it uses some sound waves which is used by bats. Bats won't have that much of visibility. They use sound waves to catch the object. Like the same principle, they're designing this sensor. One is for transmitter and another one is for receiving, and this is the clock. We all learned something, right? While using sensors, it transmits some signal and the signal touches some object and it bounces back to the receiver. It calculates the time deviation, how far the object is. For that, we are using the oscillator here. And this one is the transmitter and this one is the receiver. It looks like a perfect robotic kite. I hope everyone fill the feedback form. If anyone doesn't, means you kindly fill it because we are going to wind up our sessions soon.
Have you all filled the feedback form? Okay.
Can we end the meeting, ma'am?
1 minute, ma. 1 minute. Let me
Oh.
ask the feedback from Pooja.
Okay, ma'am.
Pooja, can you please tell whether all the participants have filled?
Yes, ma'am. Mostly they have filled.
Okay. Okay, then we can wind up the session, Rajesh.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes.
Guys, I hope everyone is cleared. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you for everyone for attending this session. And those who have filled the feedback form, kindly leave the meeting. And feedback form is most important for your attendance purpose. Then only you get the certificate. So thank you for attending this class, guys. Thank you.
Okay, guys. Nice to meet you today. Thank you all.
Yes. Thank you all. Shall I end the meeting, ma?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.